see if it took this time. Come on. What's going on? All right, there we go. We're golden now. All right, we are live. Sab Squishy 86, and we are back with the Resident Evil 4 remake for 2023. And we are rerunning it from the scratch because actually it's been revealed to me, and I have it here. Bear with me a moment. There was a nice little piece of information that was relayed to me to Sonic Fox. Thank you very much for passing this information to me. That I apparently overlooked. Bear with me a moment as I find it here. It's somewhere in my phone. I've got a lot of pictures. I've got to clean up my phone. Just bear with me just one moment as I find it. Ah, here it is. So it's been brought to my attention from Sonic Box. Again, big shout out to you, brother. You're a big help for pointing this out. That there was actually a number of sales that we actually did not take advantage of, and there was a few things that I actually mucked up in my previous stream. Now, thankfully, we only got to part 4 of the stream, but we got roughly around 9 to 10 chapters done. Not a big deal, but we actually missed a few sales for everything from chapter. Let's see, chapter 4, chapter 6, chapter 7, chapter 10, and pretty much that's as far as we got. Now, what does that mean? Well, there's a few sales we can take advantage of in courtesy to the. Turn off my flashing lights on my desk because it's probably bound to give somebody an epileptic seizure. So as many of you know, there are certain sales that the merchant will give Leon in his little pursuits across the game. Needless to say, these are sales that are really significant when certain points of the game. Now, it makes the game a little tougher because we have to weigh out the measure of actually playing the game to its effectiveness. And by doing so, we basically have to make ourselves wait to get things like item upgrades, case upgrades, recipes for certain ammunitions and weapons, explosives. So I think the most pivotal ones are going to be for chapter 4, 6, 7, and chapter 4, 6, 7, and 10. Now, what those ones entail will basically be chapter 4. We can get a discount on the recipe for the attachable mines for the bow gun, which we did not take advantage of. Case upgrade 8x12 is a little cheaper. In fact, it is actually 14,000 coins. Limited time sale, 30% off, but we actually have to wait out getting that a little later along the game line. Flash grenades are also available at a recipe discount of 50% off, so we save ourselves some money there. And then obviously I missed the mark with the broken butterfly. The second you don't get an upgrade. Unlike the OG version of Resident Evil 4, you get the broken butterfly at a certain point in the castle section with the help of Ashley. Not so, as I suddenly forgot. We actually don't get the broken butterfly by default in the castle section with Ashley's help. Instead, we get a treasure. So you actually have to buy the broken butterfly. If you want to, you can. If you don't want to, you can wait until you get the kill to get the infinite ammo for the game much later down the line. But the broken butterfly you get at a discount as soon as you get there. A limited time sale of 30% off. And then if you buy that, you get the Magnum recipe or Magnum ammo free. So we kind of screwed up there. I didn't buy the broken butterfly, and we bought the Magnum ammo. I don't remember if we bought it or we were gonna buy it, but we actually shortchanged ourselves significantly in terms of funds. So we're definitely gonna take advantage of doing that again, with the best intent possible, with the scope of trying to get the most we can out of sales and such, and exploit that opportunity. Now, obviously, we're going to sell They're going to stick to the guns of potentially selling the Red 9, the Punisher. Essentially, these are weapons we really don't need right away. I mean, you can hold on to the Punisher. In my opinion, I do. But for this particular playthrough, we're not going to hold on to it because that's money. I'm going to basically play through the standard difficulty using only the weapons that are essentially probably the best first weapon options you can run with in the game. Now, if we should happen to come across better weapons later on, which of course we will trade up, so to speak. But we're basically going to do that again, and we're going to use this key here. Oh, I might want to add to that also for you new players, if you have, or you current players who have played this game, you can find a chapter 11 if you haven't acquired the CQBR assault rifle, essentially an automatic rifle for some of you. Not really my favorite, but very powerful all the same. You can get that if you don't get that from the underground area with the puzzle that Ashley solves. You can get that at the merchant for 30% off, 28,000 piastres. If you do not get the 9x13 case upgrade for your Taché case for your inventory for Leon, you can get that at Chapter 15 at 30% off for 44,800 piastres. And if you're really looking for a good superior Magnum, the Killer 7, the next best option to the Broken Butterfly. Of course, obviously, many will argue that the powerful elephant gun is the absolute peak Magnum. The Killer 7 is essentially, in my opinion, the best one because it has speed and it has reload. You can get that by Chapter 16 at 40% off. So bear in mind, if you have not looked this up yet, I'm going to somehow try to incorporate it somehow in the stream, or I may potentially upload it as a screenshot potentially on my YouTube. I am not really fucking sure how that all works, but I'm sure I will figure it out at my own leisure. I actually do not have the luxury of time, though, tonight to learn that. Tomorrow I go back to work, so tonight is my one and only opportunity. I've been very busy with running through games of Division, as well as trying to sort of focus my attentions on balancing work as well as sleep, and then find time to stream. Thankfully, finally, after 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I finally have the time to stream. So, but all that being said, I'm going to basically show you the screenshot here, and this is essentially going to be, let's see if I can rotate this for you. I'm very bootleg with my strategy in terms of how I do this, so just bear with me. So this is essentially the screenshot of the material. You'll be able to, you can't really see it too well, but like I said, I will find a way to upload this to you online, and then you can pretty much get it there. But you can relatively find it anywhere you go online. You just look up, weapon sales for the merchant for the Resident Evil Remake or something like that, and that should be effective just driving that point home right there. So we're going to run this again, and hopefully with a much more productive outcome without much in the way of mistakes. I'm looking to really do this for the sake of two things. One, I want to give you the best possible measure of an opportunity to get every possible means of getting the best possible result out of your run for your first time play or your first time run, and also give you the most reward. So every sale, every treasure, every possible easy way that you can complete a fight, potentially also complete every challenge, not to mention that god-awful fucking shooting range. I'm going to definitely try to do that and deliver on that in every sense of the word. If there is any missed points or questions that potentially players may have or confusion, feel free to drop them in the comments section, or much like Shadow Fox, thank you again, big shout out to him, Shadow Fox. Yeah, just drop a message in a message to me, and I'll see about giving you the best possible direction that I could probably come up with. So without further ado, we're going to run this again, chapter 1 all the way up, and we're going to basically hope to get as far as we can. I'm going to push as far as I can take it, maybe 3 chapters, provided we're fast enough, but we'll see. I've got time on my side, and I'll be up for a little bit, so I may decide to stream again for another 2.5, maybe 3 hours. So it is 9:12, so without further ado, let's get to work. So we're going to basically get right into the fray of this and start the game with just a standard normal game. Obviously, we're going to do standard, straightforward, bang, right into the fray. No questions asked in that capacity. Hold on one moment. We must see this little cultist thing going on here. Yeah, that's better. Not sitting in the dark so much. And that will be one of the kidnapped hikers that went missing during the story with Leon. So here we go.
September 30th, 1998. It's a day I'll never forget. The cop inside me died that day. And that night, Raccoon City was wiped out, thanks to the bioweapons created by Umbrella. Somehow I made it out, but too many others weren't so lucky. I was asked later to join a top-secret government program. Not that I had a choice. The training, punishing missions, nearly killed me. But at least I kept my mind off everything. If I could just forget what happened that night. The pain, even for a second. This time, it can be different. It has to.
A lot of people are speculating that Resident Evil 10 will feature Leon and Chris, which would be pretty dope. I'm hoping that's true.
As close to nowhere that I've ever seen.
Let's just say, looking for someone.
That someone must be very important, huh? The chief gave the orders himself. Help him, he said.
I'm sure you boys didn't come all the way out here to roast marshmallows. Maybe you did.
You have a strange sense of humor. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Just between us. A lot of people have gone missing around here. And it's been that way for a while now.
Well then. Should be just another day in the office, right?
I mean, last week there was a search for some missing hikers.
I'm sure you'll do your best to help me.
I mean, if this is what police work counts for in this region, I don't really have much stock in these guys doing a very good job at helping with the situation. I mean, of course they don't. You know, they get bodied pretty quickly. So
I'll be right back.
We'll see what happens, right?
Qué frío.
¿Te has bebido el bar entero? You smoke?
Vaya sitio más tétrico. ¡Hey! ¿Hay alguien ahí?
You would have figured he would have actually told him he was going to check something out, but he doesn't communicate that. He just wanders off. Not exactly very sound
Sure
judgment
is taking
for an
its
officer, but then again, these days, officers don't have very good sound judgment, do they? If you know what I mean.
Oh, what's the car? Wouldn't want to get a parking ticket.
So much for helping me.
And with that, here we go. Chapter 1. Now, I mean, I'm pretty much going to be foregone. It's pretty much going to be a foregone, obvious thing, but I don't rush through my games unless I need to. So I like to take in the moment to sort of just take my time and enjoy the scene. At the very least, I'm not going to pretty much have much time to actually enjoy it. So I'm going to take what time I can get to enjoy it.
How far could he have gone?
Surprised these crows don't fly away when you walk underneath them. And the other time they would. Here we have a dead elk. Or deer, depending on your opinion. I think it. I don't know. Maybe I'm. I don't know. Deers are usually smaller, but I think that's the thing. The size of this thing doesn't exactly look very small, so maybe it is a deer. I actually took the time the previous time when I played this on my own turn just to look around because I figured maybe there would be a hidden crate or something I could smash for some easy ammo, but it doesn't look like there is. So head on over and just push the door and get into the house. Keep thinking cabins.
Anyone home?
Not sure if my headset's low or if it's perp. I'm not sure. I'll tinker with it another time. So with that being said, we're going to head on in here, take a right, and you'll find a nice little charm here that was made by one of these psychopaths. Not really of relevancy, but if you're going for the file collection trophy, you definitely want to find as many of these files as possible. So we're going to collect them just as usual. No difference than you would normally play a regular game. Unless you're doing a speed run. If you're doing a speed run, there's plenty of videos out there that'll demonstrate and illustrate a walkthrough style for a speed run guide. Far into the hallway, this door will be locked. We can't go there. That's where we want to go. So we're going to get the key. So head into this room right here.
Sorry to barge in like this. Busco a un policía. ¿Vino aquí? This is not good.
So as soon as you pretty much have dispatched this asshole and kicked his head clearing off his shoulders, he will drop the Hunter Lodge key, which you will grab. And then at that point, you can pretty much see your inventory. So, like I said, right away, I'm going to change this over because I want my guns. I always put my handguns on the left side. And the psychology I explained about this in my first playthrough, my first stream. Handguns for single shot or, small arms I take on the left side. Crowd control weapons like shotguns and SMGs on the right side. High-powered weapons, on the top, so rifle and magnum, crowd control, and then of course explosive or high yield weapons like grenades I put on the bottom. So that's essentially how I do that in that order, specifically for that. We're also going to drop off the. We'll keep that because we may need it. Heading over here, and we'll see he was cooking a really gross thing. I mean, I definitely think that the novelty of intelligence is not on the parasite's strong point when it comes to controlling the villagers. It enhances and strengthens them, and it also makes them resilient and susceptible to control, but apparently it doesn't do jack shit to preserve their intelligence for nourishment and well-being and taking care of things. I mean, their food decays, their animals are dying because they are farmers, so that they literally let their farmland neglect, and they're just the intelligence factor is certainly not there. It's there for in terms of attack and coordination, but that's as far as it goes. And then down here on the floor, we will find another file with the officer's badge. This is essentially what Leon found before he was attacked by the villager. But since we got the Hunter's Lodge key, we can go ahead and go get downstairs now. So we will go ahead and take ourselves down. Taking in this very macabre, psychotic atmosphere. They really did such a great job. I can't overestimate that enough. I've said it in the previous streams, but I'm going to repeat it. They did such a great job. And I really can't get my head around how they could do such a good job with 2, drop the ball with 3, and then do such a great job again with 4. Hit, miss, hit. Is Code Veronica going to be a miss? I hope the fuck not, because I'll be very upset. I'm very excited for Resident Evil Code Veronica. So, I hope it's not a miss. I really fucking hope it's not a miss, but we'll see. Nonetheless, we're going to head on through here, and we'll have a cutscene, and we'll find the dead officer's body. I'm so pumped about that, too. I'm so pumped for Resident Evil Code Veronica. It is such an exciting title. I'm excited to get my hands on Requiem when I can afford it, but I'm more excited for Code Veronica because it's a classic.
I read you. What's your situation?
Aren't you fuckers armed?
What the hell's going on?
I mean, I would like to think that even Spanish officers of that nature were armed. Did you notice that when I did that? He was holding up the pistol, but there was no flashlight. But when I changed out for the knife and I switched to the back, it was fixed. So obviously this officer's dead. We can't do nothing for him. So when we go to head back the way we came,
What was that?
our neck broken friend will become wandering down the stairs, and we'll have to deal with him.
No fucking way. This just keeps getting worse.
Now, periodically, you will have instances where their necks are broken, and they will become increasingly aggressive to essentially kill. So you'll want to get them with the headshots as much as possible. It may take you a little bit, but you pretty much can dispatch them in that order. So we're going to head on up here, keep low, and head on through, as the area will now be occupied by 2 other villagers, both of which will be inside that room. We're going to avoid the attention. Head over here. Inside the cabinet here, green herb will be inside. Grab it. And then immediately make your way upstairs and into the room. which we will then be having a cutscene. Moment. There we go. That's better. I really am going to get money to get myself a PlayStation 5 camera. The 4 has been very good, but I'm tired of this ghostly glow lighting that I've got going on here.
This is Condor 1.
Irritating.
What's your sit rep?
President's daughter, Baby Eagle. It's likely she's in this village.
Our intel was correct then. Well done.
Need a location on a nearby lake. She may have been taken there.
Copy that. I'll see what I can find.
Hurry up. Something's happened to the people here. My escorts are
Dead.
Gotta go. Talk later. I'll let myself out.
Is it just me, or does he look like he's got beaver teeth? Like, he just looks like he's got beaver teeth. So after the cutscene, we will essentially not be able to return that path. There is no way back into the house, and there is no way around the house. And the sun is coming up, so we're going to make our way along the path leading to the village. A blood trail signifying that they took that police officer this way. Not really sure how they did that, because there's no way around the house, and there's no way to the back of the house, except through the window, which we just took. So I'm not sure how that works. But stop ahead. Stop when you get to this point, and you'll have a crow ahead. Go ahead and pop them. And we'll get our first round of 100 piastres. Piastres are the currency of the game. These are essentially the money that you're going to find in the game. We'll also find some handgun ammo that we break in this drum. So reload your gun. And then head inside. Now you actually have access to the typewriter. Now here, we actually have a few charms, as well as a new deluxe weapon cache, and a few other little doodads. So we're going to go ahead and go through them. So right away, you'll notice the silver one. The silver one is what we start with in default games. This is essentially a case that's is going to increase the drop rate for handgun ammo. Very nice to have, but not what we want. Instead, we are going to use the attaché case gold. This is going to increase the chance for dropping piastres. So enemies will drop money for us, which in the earlier standard of the game, the villagers, you will get about 1,000 piastres chance drop. You'll get 1,000 piastres that there'll be a chance, if I could talk right, there will be a chance for certain enemies to drop 1,000 piastres, courtesy of this case. Very handy if you're getting money. Very handy if you want to make upgrades faster. So we're going to use this. You can also, if you want, you can use the classic case, which is essentially just a traditional case, with the exception that this is going to increase the drop rate for gunpowder. Certain enemies will drop 2, 3, sometimes 4 amounts of gunpowder. This will enable you to make increased loadouts for ammunitions. So very handy in that case. But we're going to go ahead and keep our golden attaché case. You'll also have the handgun ammo charm, which we will hang from it. This will increase 30% handgun ammo craft bonus frequency. So when we make handgun ammo, we'll get a lot more for our creation. We'll also get the green herb, which will increase 15% health recovery just from one green herb. You don't need to use a whole green red herb mixture. It would be a waste, and it is just a lot more productive that one green herb will heal you just as good as any green. Two green herbs will heal you instantly from a death status to a full health. A single green herb will almost heal you completely. So you'll get the benefit of that in that capacity. Inside the storage, we'll find the primal knife. We're going to go ahead and keep that handy just for the sake of the fact that that is going to be very handy when we break our other knife. Now, the primal knife is a unique one because it actually has an upgradable feature. You actually unlock this by completing the game. This is essentially becomes your infinite knife. So if you upgrade this thing to the maximum with its durability, it will become unbreakable. Very handy. Chicago Sweeper, a very powerful SMG. Very great for the speed run sequences, especially if you're trying to beat the professional difficulty in 5 hours or less. You'll want to have this thing fully upgraded. Very powerful, will kill enemies super easy in like faster than you can blink. Hand cannon, also another very powerful weapon, very great for taking down bosses. The Sentinel 9, a signature handgun weapon, signature to Leon through many of his Resident Evil films, including Resident Evil Damnation, or is it Vendetta? I think it's Vendetta. So I retract that. I think Resident Evil Vendetta, we see him use this gun, as well as I believe Resident Evil Death Island. A great film. Look it up. Go get your copy of Resident Evil Death Island and see about getting some action with that, because that's a really good film. Very good. And then we have the Skull Shaker. These weapons are exclusive to those who pre-ordered the deluxe edition. So you can only get the Skull Shaker, which is like a lever action shotgun. Very powerful at close range, stupid strong. It literally is a godsend for crowd control. So if you want to start off with a good shotgun, consider investing some time in the Skull Shaker. And then you can actually save your game, but we're not going to do that quite just yet. So let's get these things sorted to their proper place where I want them. I normally would put the Skull Shaker in the right, but I'm going to put it at the top because it is essentially going to go away as soon as I use those 2 shells. So, and that is going to be what we're going to take with us for now. Both those handguns will be on the left. Here we have some gunpowder, and then we're going to head on through. Now, right from the jump, we're going to be very precarious about taking these birds here, because I want, one of them is going to drop a red ruby. I want that ruby. But it's random odds chance, so if we can get it, great. I'm going to try to get it, though. So we got a good start there. This one's going to take off. We want to try to get him in the air. If we get him in the air, it'll be easier to... I don't think I got him. Let's see if I got these ones. Nope. So we're going to run that again. Autosave is great in this instance because you don't have to worry about running all the way back there again. So that's why I took my time waiting for the autosave to do that, so I can do that. So, 1, 2, 3. Nope. I want the ruby. Give me the ruby. Because that's money. And we want to make money if we want to get as much of the upgrades as possible. Gunpowders. Nope, no ruby. No gold means no money. Gold, the little indicator is usually what you want when you want to get money, so... So there's 2 gold. Let's hope for a third. Nope. I hate to do this to you guys. I really want to move on, but I really want that ruby because it's really going to be a benefit to me and for you in the long run if you're lucky and you do get it. All right, so that's going to be blue. So that's definitely... I'm not going to just waste my time for two gunpowders. I need more than that. I'm not gonna waste my time with it. Didn't even get the ruby anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's a real pain in the ass hitting this. Now, if we actually had the crossbow, this would be a lot easier. Crossbow was silent. The bow gun is silent, so essentially you could pretty much get an easy takedown of these birds without the other ones taking off. But it's kind of hit and miss. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. So here we go again. We're obviously going to be, doing this a few times until we see this ruby drop. I really want the ruby. Because in the long term, when you're trying to get money for your masks and the treasures that you get essentially for that, you really want to take advantage of every possible venue and opportunity you can get to get it. So again, it's pretty random, but still, the opportunity that you get for getting one of them is very significantly good. So, oh my god, you're killing me. So we're gonna be just be patient with me. We're gonna get it. No. Oh my god, come on, you're killing me. What the fuck is this? Ay ay ay. This is so annoying. Very annoying. Very frustrating. Especially when it's like it knows you want it, and it's doing everything it can to keep you from getting it. Mm. Try it again. It's real tedium. It's very tedium, but it's worth it. Got you. There we go. There's our ruby. So we got our ruby. Now we can move on. So you're going to run into here, and basically you're going to find this desk drawer in this dilapidated cabin. Grab the handgun ammo inside it, and then you're going to make your way across here. I don't think the crow dropped in an area where we can grab it. It may have fallen on this damn tree. If it did, we're not going to be able to grab that little bastard. So we may be out one of the resources. Could have been gunpowder, could have been money. Who can say? We're never going to know. So we're just going to keep moving. I'm not running all the way back just to run and miss out on that ruby. Inside here, you'll find 150 piastres, and then you'll have your first real encounter with fighting some of these ganados. Try to aim for areas that essentially will make easy targets. So obviously that leg will slow them down. Shooting them in the arm will essentially disarm them. Now here you have an instance where they're starting to thrash about. Now when they're thrashing about like this, you can rush in and use your knife to instantly kill them. This is essentially going to eliminate them altogether. Do a little bit of extra damage to your knife, but the added benefit is that you won't be wasting any more ammo because they will rise up there with that neck broken style enemy and they will attempt to attack you. So instantly finish him off and he will drop 3 gunpowder. He will drop 2 gunpowder. Be very careful with the ground. Ah, there we go. 100 piastres. There's our bird. We actually didn't miss him. Be mindful of the ground because there will be bear traps. These essentially won't do terrible amounts of damage on their own, but they can ensnare you and make it impossible for you to fight yourself. So right here is one. But you can use these to your advantage and trick enemies by luring them into them, which I have done in multiple occasions. An enemy will be inside this cabin on the left. Parry his attack. Or block it. In that case, we blocked it. A perfect parry will essentially result in that. And an instant kill. Now, if he doesn't die outright, you could just shoot him. Or knife him, whichever you prefer. Grab the red herb, grab the flash grenade, and then grab the handgun ammo. And then we're going to mix our green and red herb. And prepare for the next fight segment. So, continuing down the path, you will come to this gate with these severed heads on top of it. Clearly a warning shot to anyone who attempts to enter the village. And we're going to head into the village path here. Autosave in the corner will mean this is a good point where you can take a break and save your game, but I never like to really rely on autosave specifically for that very reason. Here you'll get some binoculars and you'll take notice of the officer in the center of the village. Immolation. Now, we are going to have a number of opportunities here to get stealthy. So there's a few things we're going to grab before we get into the nitty-gritty of this fight. Now, if you remember the OG version of the game, this is essentially a fight that is not going to be able to be avoided. They will discover you no matter what you do. However, you can do a few things before they do discover you. So first thing we're going to do is make our way over here to this cabin. Be mindful of the guy there and the old bitch coming this way. Over here, inside this little house, there will be a desk with a lock. We need a small key to open that door. That is not going to be avoidable. Over here, there will be a barrel. Smash it, and we will grab some gunpowder. And then we're going to watch through the window very carefully. You can see the old lady walking all the way up the slope. We're going to wait for her to come back down the slope, because when she does, she's going to walk past this door here. We're going to see through the cracks of her moving through it. Once she goes through it, from left to right, we're going to slip outside and we're going to take her down from the rear with our knife. That's one less threat. Here she comes now. You can see her just through the window there. So get down low, and we wait. I like stealth mechanics in this game. I think that's a great addition. I think the stealth mechanics are a fantastic addition because it really kind of brought a new type of style of play to the game that we didn't get to explore with the OG version. She should be crossing by here in a minute. Here she goes, and here we go. Now over here, around the corner of this house, you will have this woman here with her hay pitchfork. Go ahead and take her down. Then we're going to smash this crate. Grab TMP ammo. This will be handy for our Chicago typewriter. Some of the chickens in this place will drop eggs. As you can see, this one right here will be dropping an egg. I don't know if we want to try grabbing it or not. I'll probably going to try to. We got caught. So we're going to need to move it. We got to leg it.
Here we go.
Oh, you bitch. So obviously that one was a stupid mistake on my part. I didn't account for that happening. I didn't think I would be that easily seen, but it seems like that happened. So we're going to rush back here. And the reason I'm going back all the way here is because when we try to leave the village, a chainsaw man will come through to get us. That is essentially what we want. By killing him, we'll get another treasure. So we're going to do that. Oh, come on. Alright, so we're gonna rerun that because these goddamn villagers are just interrupting. I want to kill them as quickly as possible, and I'm being disrupted by every turn with these assholes. So let's try this again. Skip the cutscene. He will be burning, and then we'll go ahead and get moving. Very annoying that happened. That was so annoying. I should have not have gone for that egg. I should have just waited, so... This time we will. I'm going to take the liberty of using the opportunity while we're waiting for that witch to come back down the hill to basically do this. So I'll take her down. In this case, we don't have TMP ammo, we have a little bit of money. Here she comes now. Right over here. Get some resources. Okay, that's good. Let's make some handgun ammo. And there we got 15 rounds, plus a bonus 5 rounds, courtesy of the handgun charm that we have on our person. So we'll wait for her to come by. Come on. Come on, sweetums. I know you're there. There you are. Atta girl. Goodbye, Grandma. 200 piastres. And then we're going to make our way around this big, huge out barn house. There's a chicken in front of us. And then what we're going to do is basically wait for this villager here. We're going to basically wait for him. Well, it's probably a bad idea to move, so let's wait. That would have been bad. He would have made us. So when you see that villager there with the bucket making his way to the right, we're going to take the opportunity to slip away. Be sure you're crouching. If you're not crouching, you will be easily seen by the other enemies. At this range, that one looking won't see us. So we're going to head up the slope here where Grandma was going, and then we're going to take a right. Inside this crumpled, dilapidated house, we'll find another crate, smash it for some gunpowder. Before we do anything else, we're going to head down over here to this slope. Another crate. Grab the shotgun shells. Handy for the fact that we can use it with the skull shaker, but really it's more intent for the W8 the W870 we get in the house on the second floor. So we're going to take the shotgun shells and we're going to head that way. Now we could jump over the fence back there, or we could go back down the slope. We're not going to do either. Instead, we're going to go around. Over here, another crate. Some more resources. Very nice. Take it. Make the handgun ammo. Then we're going to grab the red herb here. Be careful with the villager with the water bucket. Now, going further along that path will lead us dead smack into the path of another enemy. That will give us away. Going into the square in the path of those other enemies, looking at the burning officer's body, that will give us away. So we cannot go those two paths. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to take back the path we originally took here, behind the barn house. Again, crouch, stay low, and move. The back of this house, underneath this outcropping overhang. And then we're going to head around here. There will be an enemy on the path directly around the corner from us, but we're going to go into here real quick. Grab the handgun ammo that is left for us here. And then we're going to have our skull shaker ready. And rush him.
Here we go.
And that will do it. Oof! That hurt. Alright, so we're gonna ditch this. And we're gonna ditch this. We got our emerald, that's what we want. Let's get out of here. Head right for the house. Avoid the enemy, and then immediately take refuge inside this house. You will shut the door. And barricade it. Now, enemies will immediately begin there's another chainsaw man, here he comes. So we will have an immediate attack set before us on the first floor, as well as the second floor. So, we have this enemy here, and they're breaking the window upstairs. So, first thing we're gonna do, barricade the window. Shove the shelf over. Use the opportunity to get around over here. Smash the two crates. And then ready yourself. Oh, you little bitch. Get the fuck off of me, bro. Fuck is wrong with you? Head up the stairs, grab the shotgun, quick. Don't let this asshole get away. Get rid of the Magnum now. And have the shotgun at the ready. Oof. Grenades in the wrong place. Oh, you motherfucker. Damn you. Take a chill pill, would you?
Sorry.
I was kind of hoping to lead them into there and essentially burn them with that, and then of course the bull would have been fucking like prancing around, pissed off and hurt. And that'll be that. A little irritating because they don't really give you a lot of time to really kind of take advantage of the fight, but the difficulty determines how long the fight is, which I don't know. I think it's really kind of irritating. I think the fight should be long lasting enough to where you can sort of just really get the feel of just the overall dynamics of the game, the fighting mechanics of the game. So I kind of wish it was a little longer. You know, you're trying to kill the chainsaw guys and essentially take advantage of that and get the measure of that, but you really can't do that too much. So with that being said, the bell will ring, and that will essentially bring them all to the church, and they will just completely like, yeah, fuck you, we're done fucking with you. We're going to leave this guy here and go to the church. So that will pretty much be the conclusion of that sequence. They just drop their weapons right where they stand. Multiple villagers dead. And then some, so.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
I actually skipped this scene, which I kind of regret skipping it from the first playthrough, but I'm glad we got to see it this time. That's still peak. Still fucking awesome. We'll go ahead and ditch the Sentinel 9 now. We don't really need that since we got a handgun. And we'll go ahead and ditch the... well, we won't ditch the Primal Knife yet, because we definitely do want to keep that.
Roost to Condor 1. I've identified a route to the lake. Look for a large windmill. There's a path on the far side of it.
Windmill. Copy that.
And be careful. Roost out.
So after that little sequence, reload your weapons to the best of your ability. Obviously, we don't really have a full abundance of shotgun ammo, but we got enough. Go ahead and grab whatever resources they dropped, provided you were able to kill enough of them to make them drop anything, which obviously we didn't really get much. So we'll take what we can get. So once you do that, head inside this house here yet again, and we will be beset by an enemy hiding in the closet. Not sure why. Quick knife stab, and he's done. 500 piastres from him. Then we will go ahead and push this up. And then we will jump up in here and grab all the items that these enemies dropped, or at least the ones that we managed to kill that dropped. Over here on the bed, some shotgun shells. Go ahead and grab them. And then further down here, some more money. We didn't really grab much else beyond the scope of those 2 items there. Obviously, we got a first aid spray, so we're not going to really go about holding on to them. Let's go ahead and send them to our storage until such time as we do need them. Now, periodically, these crows will drop you more eggs, so it's probably pivotal to hang around here just a little bit and just take your time getting from these items. Inside this other cabin, you'll find a drum there with some money. And then over in here, another box on the shelf to your left with some resources small. And then in the back, another hand grenade. Then jump through the window. And then up here, you will find a treasure chest with a ornate necklace. Now, the unique thing about treasures in this game is that you can enhance the treasure and make it more valuable for sale. So I'll show you how that works in a second. Green herb. We'll mix it. Green and red herb mix. We'll also make some resources. We actually need more shotgun shells, so let's make some. 6 shells. And take our moment to just let our little chicken friend here wander about. If he does move a little bit, then ultimately he's going to be in a bugged status of his programming, so we're going to spook and make him go a different direction. But before we do it, let's go ahead and climb the tower. Now, in the traditional game, you couldn't go up here. In the OG version, they would throw Molotovs up here, grabbing the green herb. But if you hang around up here, it will collapse. No matter what you do, that is unavoidable. You cannot use that as a hiding spot. They essentially have made that abundantly clear with this new installment of this happening there. So, as you can see, the chicken is laying another egg. So you can get up to 5 chicken eggs from a certain from a single segment. So whether you're doing it here or you go to the farm, it doesn't really matter. Either or. The village, you can get some chicken eggs. The farm, you can get some chicken legs. The chicken coop, little resting area on the side of the lake, you can get some chicken eggs. You essentially can take advantage of this to get a lot of eggs. And also you can sell those eggs for a huge amount of money. 600 for brown eggs, 3,000 for a gold egg, I believe. And I think an average white egg probably gets you like 200 piastres. So you get 5 white eggs, that's 1,000 piastres. You get 5 brown eggs, that's 6 times. I think that's like 24 or 3,000 piastres altogether. So it's just a matter of taking the time to actually just stick around, lingering, and exploiting the opportunities afforded to you to get that. So we got 3 eggs now. With any luck, we'll probably get another 2 here some point. But while we're waiting, take a look at what's left of this poor bastard.
These people are sick.
It's amazing how fast that fire burned out. So once we get that, we're gonna climb up the ladder. These little, farm hand. These little house on the prairie on psychos. We're gonna basically do is use that thing, grab the velvet blue on the rooftop, and then we're gonna make our way around. I don't remember if there was any handgun ammo on the chimney. I know in the OG version there was, but I don't think that's the case here. It doesn't look like it, so we're just going to drop down. I kind of was a little bit miffed that I didn't get the chance to use the cow and drop the fire. I mean, I kind of feel shitty about doing that, but it's a nice little hazard to exploit and drive the villagers, away, smacking them around. You can hear a chain clinking sound. That is going to be a treasure in there. We can't get there yet until we rescue Ashley. So we need to basically make a revisiting. You're going to find yourself revisiting locations. So here we have the map, essentially. These are expanded treasure maps. This is also a part of the DLC. Not the DLC, but the pre-order bonus. We got extra treasure maps in the area that we can take advantage of and collect. Come on, rooster, chicken, whatever the fuck you claim to be. Go ahead and just drop me another egg. Good boy. That's one, and I just need one more. My boy. That's 4 out of 5. Yeah, it's funny. I mentioned it to my friend one time when I was playing Resident Evil 5. Every time you die in that game, there's a record of how many times you've been killed and by what enemy. And ironically, he got killed by a snake and I got killed by a chicken. So it's kind of amusing if we were to have like the same scenario situation here and essentially have to deal with the potential implications of a chicken literally jumping up, scratching us, and immediately causing us to die on the spot. So we'll see if this chicken does me the service of giving me my 5th egg. A lot of this is basically just grim work. We just basically hustle and bustle. Oh, there's our egg right there. That's 5. That's our max. So we have 5 eggs. We can now move on. Now, you essentially can navigate around this area and look around if you want. There's not really much else you're going to find. If you haven't found anything else and you found everything there is to find, then you're pretty much on your own. Now, that brings me to the next point with the treasure. So how this works is basically you can inlay gemstones which you've collected in the game. This is essentially the pivotal point of what makes these things so valuable. So if you get basically, and based on what you get, you essentially get any and all manner of different kinds of I guess you would say whatchamacallit, you basically would get like certain gemstones will basically improve the value of the item. So as you can see, by putting an emerald in, we just raised it from 11,000 to 16,000. Putting a red ruby in will make it 20. It'll be basically a bonus, 2-color bonus. Basically, the more colors you have, the greater the bonus you get. So the more variety in colors you have, the better the bonus. So you essentially want to do that. We're going to not put the green one in. We could, but we're not going to because I have plans for that with another treasure. So, but in here, we will find in here a small little case with a ruby, another ruby inside it. So grab that. Then you're going to head to the one across from us with more handgun ammo, which we will take. And then we're going to move on into the next area. To the farm.
There it is.
So there's going to be the windmill. Hunnigan said that the windmill was going to be the place we need to find to follow the path to get to Ashley. Prisoner, so to speak. So in here, grab the resources of small resources. Then we're going to play ninja. We're going to sneak up on it and kill some of these enemies. So right away, right ahead of us is going to be one facing the dead pile of hay and bones of various animals that have died in their care. So go ahead and kill him. Quiet takedown. We're not going to smash anything or break anything else until we need to. In here we have some more... we have a new challenge system, which I will show you how it works. In here, we also got another egg, so it looks like we got some more eggs we can take advantage of. Matter of fact, we're going to deal with the enemies. Then we'll go looking around the farm for these things. So go over here and slip behind this one. Take her down. Around here, smash the crate, gunpowder. And then over here, you'll see a blue note on the wall. This is notes and tasks and challenges from the merchant. The merchant will give you certain challenges to get spinel treasures and in turn, a little bit of a discount. So this one says, destroy the blue medallions. For the love of God, will somebody please get rid of the blue medallions those religious lunatics left hanging around? Request destroy all the blue medallions, area of the farm. The reward, 3 spindle, progress 0-5. So there's 5 of them here we need to 5, and 5 of them we need to destroy. Once we do that, when we talk to the merchant, we'll get 3 spindle for the challenge. So head over here, smash these 2 crates here. Blue velvet and gunpowder. And then we're going to open the gate and head in here. Duck down. You see they have rigged an explosive here that we can take advantage of, which we will in a few moments. I will show you how. But over here, more importantly, is a yellow herb. This is going to be handy for increasing your overall health. So as you can see, your health is not really to the maximum power it can be. So we're going to continue to work on that with yellow herbs. Climb the ladder. Grab the shotgun shells. And you will see that in order to open the gate, we need a gear to get this thing to turn and lift the gate so we can get out of here.
Gotta fix everything myself.
We got an autosave. We got 1,000 PSs at 600. Inside here will be a villager. Go ahead and take her down after you jump through the window. 400 PSs. Upon dropping down, we will be beset by an enemy.
God damn.
Duck him and then run out of there. We want to lure him away. Lead him in here. And then use the explosives to take him down easy.
They keep coming.
I want the explosives to hit him. Take him down. And he will be dead. Now that we've taken care of them, we don't have to worry about them being as a threat anymore. And we made easy work of the ugly-ass giant would-be asshole. So, immediately head back here, climb the ladder, and we're going to take a different route. Obviously, we took that route because we had to get the 2 crates that were outside on that catwalk. But what we're going to do is head through this door here, head around, and we're going to drop down. And here, you'll find a crate, smash it, grab 400 coins, and then up here, use your knife if you can reach it. Should be able to. Guess not. It's right fucking above us, but whatever. Shoot it, and that'll be 1 medallion. And then in here, we'll find a new treasure, a flagon, which we can, in turn, plant with a ruby and make it from 4,000 to 3,000. So that'll bring it to 7,000. About 1,000 coins there with those treasures. Go ahead and kick this door down. And then we're going to kick this door down. This will prove important for later on when we go to navigate this area stealthily. So, Another ruby. 200 piastres. A kitchen knife. In the event your other knives break, you will have boot knives and kitchen knives, which will be handy as a substitute. Not very strong and not very lethal, but very good and important for stealth kills and in emergency cases to get out of chances where enemies will attack you. Grab the wooden cog from the table. This will be what we need to get the gate working. But we're not done here yet. Smash the crate. 300 piastres. And then another 1,000 piastres on top of it. Now, we're going to take advantage of the opportunity to get all these medallions. So there's going to be one here. There's going to be one here, which we can cut with our knife. There will be one in the window here at a distance. Not very accurate of a shot, but you have to really wait for the crosshairs to zero in. That'll be easier when we get the laser sight, which we will get with a challenge later on. Here, another hand grenade. Inside this small shed, right above us, that'll be 5. Now, before we move on, go ahead and shoot this little metal thing here. This will drop a treasure and a pearl pendant. No, get out of here. Get out of here. My cat thinking she's going to get up here. Not happening. We get the pearl pendant, and then we're going to make our way over. And I think that will be it. I don't think there's anything else for us to grab here. I think the eggs is pretty much all we're going to hope for in that case. So we're going to head into here. Oh, there is one more thing we do need to grab. There's a green herb over here. I almost forgot it. Grab that as well. And then I want you to make note of these little shrines in the form of these little keyholes. These are going to be important because these two as well have treasures we can acquire. Unfortunately, we do not have the key yet to gain access to them. That will come later. But make note to open these and get the treasures before you move on. This is money. And we don't waste money, do we? So, head up the ladder, get the cogwheel into place, and then get that gear turning so you can lift the gate. Now, obviously, we can't jump down over there, so we're going to just basically make our way back around and out the main way we came. And then you're going to basically come to this bridge area, which will take us to the next path leading forward. We're going to go ahead and also switch over to our we have our combat knife. We're going to switch to our primal knife because we don't want this to break. If it breaks, we'll be out the money that is surrounding its overall use. So we'll switch to our primal knife for the time being. Before we go to the right, we're going to head over here to the left. There'll be 2 crates here. That was just one we broke. And then the second one will be here. That'll be 400. And then we'll make our way over past the front door of this small house. We will have 2 crates here. Money and 2 shotgun shells. And then we will have this crate of dead animal carcasses to move out of the way so we can continue on the path. Now this house here will become very pivotal in a later chapter where we actually defend ourselves. So make a note of that. 400 piastres. The second you see the sequence, you want to press the R3 button to dodge out of the way. If you are not able to, you will take damage. He'll never dance again. These two enemies will be shot off the bridge. Get out of my way, Grandma. And that'll be another easy takedown. Now, if you remember the OG version, this is essentially going to lead to the house where Louise Sierra is being held captive. So nothing really has changed up to this. Nothing really changes with this segment. Everything else that you've seen up to this point has been either improvised or slightly revised, if you will. So you will find that this is just the same. Enemies surrounding the area, multiple traps, enemies with TNT, as well as bear traps and explosives in some form. By dispatching that enemy, that takes care of him being a problem. Oof, did not want that to happen. But I definitely wanted that to happen. Get out of here. There'll be a bird's nest here. Shoot it. And you'll get some easy ammo. Be mindful of the woman above us. She will be throwing TNT. There will also be a man over here on the other side of this house throwing TNT. So try to avoid them. That takes care of her. We're going to make our way across here, around. We're not going to date the rear. You can deflect certain weapons, especially if they're thrown weapons. That includes also crossbow bolts, that includes scythes, that includes axes or knives that they throw at you overhanded. So you can deflect relatively everything. Parrying, you have to be very precise with the timing. If you do parry, you will see that animation where Leon essentially, smacks it away, and it presents an opportunity for you to do a really good melee attack. Or if you prefer to instantly try to kill them, you could just knife attack them. So it doesn't really matter. Either or is a successful endeavor, provided you're actually able to get it on the first run. Inside here, money, as usual, and shotgun shells. Some sort of a fishing hut. So be mindful of the ground, bear traps. You'll hear the enemy throwing TNT, per usual. You can shoot the TNT stick in his hand and instantly kill him. Over here, a crate and some money. But we have a couple more things to do. Number one, we definitely don't want to go down there and shoot at the water because we will be attacked by Del Lago and be killed instantly. So let's avoid that. But here in the tree above us, you'll see a golden lantern. This will be another treasure in the form of a blue sapphire. Take that and put that inside the flagron statue. And that will be that. Then over here you will find a door we cannot gain access to. Again, it needs that key with the Plaga symbol on it, so we need the Plaga key to open that door. The Plaga key is also the same key that opens these shrines here, which we will be exploring when we get our hands on it. So, but just bear in mind and make note of them wherever they are so that you can track your map later on and revisit these locations at your leisure to get the treasures inside.
This the place?
Now, once we get here, we're going to go ahead and kick this door around. Inside this cabinet, 1,000 piastres. Over here, another locked drawer for this dresser. So we're going to have we're going to need small keys to open these dressers, like I said. Here, we're going to go ahead and disable the explosive. More gunpowder. On the table here with this miniature lab set, we will have a portrait of an old man and a kid. This is actually Luis as a boy, and that old man is his grandfather, native to the village many, many decades ago.
What's that noise?
Now we're going to push this bookshelf aside and walk, do not run. We want the element of surprise, as this man's trying to seal the door leading to the basement. Grab the handgun ammo, and then we're going to run up and we're going to knife attack him before he can even get up off his feet. Using the flat end of the hammer using the flat end of the axe as a makeshift hammer. Grab the gunpowder and then head downstairs into this lower area. And then we will find Luis.
That hurts, you know.
Seemed like you really wanted to talk.
How observant, senor. Now, say, you got a smoke?
You know, those things will kill you.
Oh, well, maybe just untie me then, huh? Joder, not this guy.
Who are you? Okay, stop right there.
So there, Leon gets his ass handed to him by the jolly gray giant. No rubbing alcohol, you're just gonna shoot him up with that stuff. That is terribly just not good. So with that being said, that will conclude Chapter 1. And right away we can see no deaths, 47 enemies killed, 83% accuracy, took damage 9 times, but overall not very terrible, even for an hour, just under an hour, so that was good. So we're going to keep it going, or we're going to save our game. Just in case. I don't leave anything to chance now, especially with stream stability being so weak, so...
Sacrificial lamb, you will receive our most sacred body. It begins now.
It begins now.
Hey, stop it. Hey, Yankee. Got your name?
Leon.
Quiet type, eh? I'm Luis Serra. Guess you, me, picked the wrongest spot to vacation, eh? Hey, stop it. You move, I move. And I'm beat up enough as it is. I can see you're thinking. Bet you've been in spots like this before, huh?
I guess you're here looking for someone. One more guess. Maybe some missing senorita?
Young girl? Talk. Now.
All right. See, heard chatter about moving a senorita.
Moving her. Where?
Who knows? But later, saw some men dragging someone to the old church. Hanging with you, not helpful.
Hey, we're not done here!
Later, amigo.
You're an asshole, Luis. You could have helped the motherfucker, but then again, he probably wasn't exactly going to be getting the red carpet treatment.
Shit, they took my gear.
So as soon as the game starts, you'll see that you have been stripped of all your weapons and ammunitions. So essentially, you're pretty much resorted to your stealth mechanics, essentially, if you can keep yourself stealthy. So we're going to need to get our shit back.
Condor 1 to Roost. I've located Baby Eagle. It sounds like she's being kept in some church.
Great. That's good news.
I heard it from this guy I met. Said his name is Luis Serra. There's something fishy about him. I need you to run a background check.
We'll call Condor 1. I'll see what I can find. In the meantime, make your way to that church.
Right. I'm probably due for confession anyway. Condor 1, out.
So right away, you want to basically just head right through the path he took to get out of here. It's pretty much one way. There is no other alternative options. Over here, you'll find a green herb, smash the crate to get it, and then heading out, you'll have some sort of an underground, like, tunnel mining area. When in fact, it's actually just a simple basement of a factory, long abandoned. But at the far end of this tunnel, you will find a dead person, not a villager, but with a steak knife in his throat. That will be handy for our next sequence. Head up the steps, and then get low. Don't hit the fucking can. If you do, he'll hear you and he'll come looking. Taking him down, he'll give you another kitchen knife.
Hey.
And inside this broken bars in this other room, you'll see that your gear is there. It's basically going to be in this room, so we need to get our way in there. To get there, we got to make our way around. So head on around through here. And that'll take care of him. Handgun ammo. And then in this one here, we will have a blue sapphire. Go ahead and take that and put that with the ornate necklace. Now we have 29,900. We just need one more gemstone. Another kitchen knife. Now these rats will be part of another challenge for the merchant, but we're gonna find the merchant first. Take down this enemy, and he will drop 250 piastres. And then basically we're going to want to pull this rounded lever valve handle. This will lift the door on the other side, because this door is locked. Now we need to run back the way we came and get back there before that door shuts. Jump the wall, and jump the other wall, and then make your way in, and you will be able to get your stuff.
I'll be taking these back.
And take all the items in question there. Another drawer here with a small key lock. We won't be able to open it quite just yet, but eventually we will. Unlock the door, make your way out, and then the door that were originally locked, we didn't check it,
stranger.
the merchant will be there.
Who's that?
Let's do some business then, eh?
Now, how are the requests coming along? Did you know that you can trade the spindles you receive as a reward for valuable goods that can't be bought otherwise? We've got loads of useful items, but I recommend you pick up a treasure map the most. These maps detail the location of the cult's cherished hidden treasures. Took me and the lads a lot of time to find them. With these maps handy, you'll never be skint again. Sure, you may have to venture into some dangerous areas to get them, but you can handle that, right? Over here will be the other challenge. Get rid of the rats that have taken up in the factory. We don't know if they are carrying any diseases, but we'd rather not find out. Exterminate all rats in the abandoned factory. 3 rats, 3 spindle. So let's go get those rats. The first rat is going to be down here at the end of this tunnel here that you saw me navigate earlier. 1. The next 2 rats are going to be in here. 1 there. And then the third rat is going to be right over here in front of these ovens.
Yes.
That'll be 3. So head on back. And let's collect that treasure. 3 spindles for that.
I see you took care of a request. Well done. Welcome. Good stuff.
That will be the blue medallions. There's 3 there. There's the pest control one. There's 3 there.
I've got something new for you, mate.
So now, looking at the note that I had previously, by this point, we want to buy the SR M1903 rifle. Now, the reason why we want to buy this is it's not particularly on sale, but we get the scope free of charge. Now, if we were to buy the scope, it would cost us $4,000. We can save our money, so let's buy this.
Your hand at a new gun, stranger. I'll hand this over when you've got the space.
We won't buy that yet.
Anything,
We're going to need to sell some other things. So let's sell the Hunter Lodge key, the Pearl Pendant, the Velvet Blue, the Flagon. Let's sell all those kitchen knives. And let's sell the chicken eggs.
A deal well struck. Come.
And let's make ourselves some ammo.
Come back anytime. Welcome.
So let's buy the SR.
What can I do? Wish your enemies sweet dreams from afar, with a bullet straight through their heads. Go on, take this as well, free of charge. You're a man of good taste. Anything else I can help you with?
We're going to repair our weapon.
Try that on for size. Crossing your T's, dotting your I's. That's dazzled, are you? Our craftsmanship demands no. Will that be your pleasant?
We're going to go ahead and send the primal knife back to our storage because we really won't need it right now.
Welcome.
And then we're going to take the opportunity to buy some of these spindles and use them to our advantage. So,
Heal a man, kill a man, they do it all.
so we're going to grab the treasure map for the village. This will show us where all the treasures are in the village. Then we're going to buy the treasure of the yellow diamond.
That's the way. Anything else I can come back.
And then that will be handy for the future when we go to buy another item in question.
Anytime.
So, over here, you'll have some rifle ammo, which we will take advantage of. And then we're going to head over here, smash this crate for 300 piastres. Now, up above us will be a crow. We're going to shoot that crow down. And then also...
Gun rhymes with fun for a reason, stranger.
We're going to shoot this. The reason why we're shooting it now before we get to the other side is because there's going to be enemies on the other side. We don't want them to know we're coming. So by shooting it down now, it'll be available for pickup, and we won't have to give away our position when the enemies come knocking. Now, to get through here, we need to find some sort of a crest, something with a bird on it. So that's what we need to find next. So we're going to head into the path of this area leading into the canyon.
The hell am I?
¡Un forastero! ¡Mi cuerpo! ¡No dejéis que se...
Now have your rifle at the ready, because we're going to do some sniping action. We will have many of targets of opportunity in this position. We will have several villagers. One there. One there. One there. One there. One there. So we're going to take advantage of the opportunity to get as many of them as we possibly can. Missed that asshole. I did not miss you. Very hard to get a pinpoint shot from just a couple of inches of them moving their head around. So you will miss a few. Head over here, grab the piestas, then you gotta jump into this window here, grab the yellow herb, and the first aid spray. Then, just kick this door down. Oh, that hurt. Ah, you fucking dick. But it's okay. We're good. Because we got a yellow and green herb. Let's go ahead and send that first aid, though, back to storage, because we won't need that. We'll mix that with our yellow and red herb here. I went back inside because the small key for the unlocking that desk drawer back at the factory will be in here. So grab that before you move out of the area. And then we're going to climb up the ladder. Oh, hello. Asshole. A lot of TNT playing assholes are going to be pretty prevalent here. Oh!
Keep coming.
Oh! Head over here and grab the barrel. And then just drop down. Get some distance between you and them. Up above you, you will see a lantern. Shoot that down. It'll land right on the ground right in front of you. Goodbye. And he will take a dive. He will drop a spindle, but then ultimately the enemy here will drop us some money. Up here, you'll find a number of enemies, including some drums. Go ahead and take them. You'll also find a treasure chest inside another red ruby. Oh! Get off of me. Let's go ahead and use that yellow and green herb.
Keep coming.
Well, it was a sport. Just let me reload my gun. Thank you, brother. Alright, so smash the barrel. We'll probably have a few more stragglers of enemies coming after us. I'm not sure where to, but there's one there. Essentially, he will be coming to take the fight to me. But we're gonna really turn the valve and essentially get this thing turned. Boot to the face. Jesus, I am missing all over the place, ain't I? Need to start fucking using my knife more. Dropping down here. Go ahead and over here. So we have the Eagle Medal, which we did not grab because we were in the fray of that fight. So we're going to head up here and grab it. This is essentially the item we need to get the hell out of this canyon area. The Velvet Blue will be dropped here by an enemy periodically sometimes. And then we're going to have the hexagonal emblem. And that is what we need to get out of here. We will have new enemies, though, immediately approaching as soon as we get this open. This one here will have a TNT on her, so we're going to snipe her and take her down from a distance. Hello? Ah, there you are, sweetheart. So we're going to take our leave now. We essentially have done everything there is to do with the contingent of getting those items in question and the resources that surround them. So we're going to... Oh, we got one more thing over here to grab. Gunpowder. Awesome. Now we can leave. You may have one more enemy in your way. Where you at, Kebab? If there are any stragglers here, we will be able to come back and take care of them. Oh, there's one right there. Hey, Bubba. What's up? Sounds like we got more. I like to get as much as I can. Oh, hello. Bitch. Irritating. Come on down. I'm essentially keeping my ears open for any other movements and enemies. I don't hear anymore, so that's good. Alright, so we can get on with our business. Immediately head back to the merchant.
You have the stench of battle on you, mate.
So before we talk to him, head into here and use that small desk key we got. This will open up the drawer, and inside we will get an ornate mask. An elegant mask. Excuse me. Now with that, we're going to combine our treasures of the red ruby and the yellow emerald.
Why not treat yourself, mate?
I need money to treat myself, and I'm not burning all my money. So once you have that emblem, place it, and then you're gonna basically turn it and get the gate open. This will get us out of the canyon area. Now heading into here, we will go ahead and grab the Alexandrite little gemstone. These will be the 2 challenges we have completed, by the way. You can see which challenges you completed and which ones you failed. If you failed them, you either were unable to finish them or you moved on before you could finish them. So check your challenges before you move on. And then with that, we're going to have the Alexandrite gemstone and have a whopping 46,400 piastres the minute we have this weapon, that treasure sold. Now, heading into here, go slow, follow him, but stay to the left. And we're going to knife kill this enemy. We're going to knife kill this enemy. And we're going to wait for this villager female, to come down the stairs,
Puedes correr.
and she's going to go up and around to the left. So just be patient and wait. When she has gone there, make her way over and around and finish her. And that will take care of her. Grab the kitchen knife. And then just smash the few boxes and find what resources there are available. Over here on the drum, there'll be some handgun ammo. Grab that. And then you're going to head through this little crawl space over here. You have to crouch to get through. You'll find large resources on the right. This will be handy for making much more advanced items, such as submachine gun ammo, rifle ammo, and then later on grenades and such. In this particular instance, though, we're going to use it for rifle because we don't have a submachine gun yet. That will give us 10 rifle rounds. Reload your rifle. And then we're going to head over here, smash these 2 barrels for gunpowder and handgun ammo, and then underneath here, another gemstone of a sapphire. Combine that with the mask, and now we can go sell these 2 treasures for a big payday of money. So, head over here.
Welcome. What can I
Sell the
do
velvet
for you?
blue, the elegant mask, the ornate necklace, the kitchen knife,
Makes no difference, stranger. Ooh, I'll pay a pretty penny for that.
and then we're going to upgrade our handgun rate of fire,
There you are.
and we're going to upgrade our shotgun,
This kind of work is about finesse, stranger. Little bit.
and
goes a long
also
way.
our knife.
See how that feels, mate. That's good work.
And repair it as well.
Will that be all then?
And then you can actually trade 3 more piastres
My back
if you
is
want,
killing me.
or you can
Here's
trade
how kind to us.
3 of these little items here in question. The spindles for getting the added benefit of the you can get the yellow herb, but I'm going to save them because I want to get the laser sight. That's really what I want.
Got a
So-
selection of good things on sale, stranger. Don't
And that will pretty much be that. We'll go ahead and make 5 handgun bullets, 10 handgun bullets, excuse me. And we're going to make our way back now. Now, walking up the stairs, we want to take our time because there will be some crows we can kill to get some easy money. That will be 2 right there. 150. I like to do this simply because the simple fact is there's a chance that one of them can drop a ruby. Do I want to keep running it over and over again like we did the first time? No. We got 1,000 piastres for this one here. Over here. Now, if you do manage to avoid him, you can block his attack with your knife, and that will cause him to stun. We're going to use the opportunity, though, to lure him into a trap with his explosives. That will take care of the enemies in pursuit, as well as the chainsaw man. So we essentially we killed 2 birds with 1 stone there. But like I said, you could really exploit their traps to your advantage. I pretty much showed that loud and clear right there, just in that premise. Unfortunately, we did take a little damage to our knife. That's okay. I'm not too worried about that because we're always going to be repairing that on a regularity. So get the 300 there. But if you do find yourself in a situation where you end up getting potentially beheaded by a chainsaw guy, that's essentially what you want to do. Parry it. It'll stun him. It'll also stall his chainsaw because it will effectively have to be restarted, which gives you precious seconds to either get some distance or put on the damage. Here you'll have another trap. If we shoot this, this will drop inside this dirty, scummy, shit-filled water. So we're going to shoot this stick here, drop the trap on top of it, and get a perfectly preserved pearl pendant. If you do the opposite, it'll be far less valuable because it'll be all fucking dirty. Shoot the barrel, and you'll get a red herb. And then here we have there is a scribble about dolls. Their influence is not what it once was. Destroy the wind-up dolls. Do not forgive those aristocrats. What it's talking about is essentially these collectible dolls here. Now, as you can see, these are basically Salazar dolls. Every level has one in some fashion. So what you're going to want to do is find these all and shoot them all. And this will get you a trophy, but it'll also get you probably a little bit closer to completion with unlockables. I'm not really sure how accurate that is. I may be wrong, but I do know there is a trophy associated with these. So there's plenty of guides out there to find the Salazar dolls, so feel free to look them up on YouTube, and I'm sure you'll find a good proponent of number of people who have created a walkthrough guide to show you where they are. So we're going to head on up now to the village chief's house. Here we will find a bird's nest on his dilapidated roof. There's a guy who clearly doesn't know how to do carpentry. Go ahead and mix your green and herbs there. And then here we obviously have a gate that will lead us back to the village. However, we don't have access to the gate. We need the key. Key has to be in the house. So we're going to head around the back, because if we try to go through the front, it's actually locked from the other side.
Won't open.
So we need to make our way around the back. Be mindful of the ground. There are many, many bear traps. Some of them are more well hidden than others. Some small resources. Make some shotgun ammo. Some will be tripped. Others will not be. Heading to here. There'll be a door to your left, a bathroom. There'll be an enemy in there taking a dump. We're going to take him down before he even has a chance to react. And he will give us 5 handgun bullets. Inside this drawer here, a red ruby.
Not too shabby. Someone is showing up their neighbors.
Unlock the door, so we have a way out. And then head over here inside this grubby little kitchen, and inside the oven you will find a brown chicken egg. Welcome to the stream, viewers. Good evening. I hope you're having a good night. Hope your weekend was fun. On the corner here by the newspaper you'll find a small key. And then on the table, just various bullshit. A portrait, or a little black and white photograph. Villagers. At last, flesh of our flesh, blood of our blood, give thanks and rejoice. My guess is this is potentially their most newest victim. Either newest or probably the most recent. And then basically an outlier of photos, all with a Illuminatus symbol, probably suggesting they've been taken over. Or all locations that were occupied. On the left here, a hand grenade. And on the right, 1,000 piastres. Now here we have a lock. Now the answer to this puzzle is going to be upstairs, but for the sake of time, I will show you the answer right here. Basically, it's going to be a crop, a pig, and a babe, I think. Yep. And that will get us the crystal marble. This we need to get inside the village chief's bedroom, where the key will be. Now, spawn coming out here, the enemy we stabbed will be up and moving. Annoying little asshole, isn't he? He gave us 5 handgun bullets, but he also gave us 300 piastres, thank God. So now that we've taken care of him, we're going to head up the stairs. On the left, a typewriter and a red herb. Along the path here, on the left will be the clue to the puzzle. Illuminados. Chapter 4, verse 3. In great veneration of their master, the people offered up their most prized possessions, the old farmer, his finest crop, the slight swineherd, his stoutest pig, and the beggarly grandmother, her own beloved baby. The master saw these gifts and was pleased. What a sick fucking group these people are. So once we get here, we're going to use the marble. And basically you want to turn it just straight like that, and then rotate it completely 180 degrees. And that'll instantly open the door. And then here we have another one. Village Records, Volume 3, date October 10th. The weather has been strange of late. The wheat withers and the cows grow thin. Date December 8th. There are signs of famine. It is true we lack the means to work the fields, but Lord Sadler's orders are absolute. January 30th. 30 people have starved to death. 5 cows will be slaughtered. March 11th. The patriarchs gathered to cast lots. 6 more chosen for Lord Sadler. April. 8 more today. Doesn't even keep a record of this date, but it says 4 more today. Another date missing. 11 more today. I mean, they're just literally throwing themselves like fodder on the fire, kindling for his fire anyway. Date: 2 outsiders got lost and wandered into the village. We took them to the altar for the ritual. No need to cast lots today. That must be the 2 missing hikers that the cop was talking about in the car. What a peculiar little detail that is, huh? And there's this asshole. Now over here, behind this painting, we're going to find a lever. Now, pulling that lever will drop a ladder to the upper level. Now, this will be obviously a foregone conclusion that we can't access this area as of yet, largely because we need help, and Ashley will need to help us to get this ladder down. So we're going to leave that. But grab the handgun ammo here, and then open the desk drawer, and inside we will find the insignia key. This will get us all the altar shrines with the locks open, and certain doors with the Las Plaga insignia on the door, like the one out front leading to the village chief's house. And that will conclude Chapter 2.
The blood has accepted the gift.
I wonder who that could be. And he's just like fucking gonna walk off and ignore him altogether. Doesn't say a damn thing.
My blood?
And that will conclude chapter 2. And we're actually 2 hours in, so I'm gonna keep going for a little bit longer. So let's go ahead and save our progress. We're in a good state, so let's keep it moving.
Bruce to Condor 1, I've got that intel you requested on Louis Serra. It seems he used to be a researcher for Umbrella.
Umbrella? I should have left him in that bag to rot.
I'm sending you the details. Take a look, but Baby Eagle is your priority.
Copy that. Making my way to the church. Condor 1, out.
So we have a new file, so we're going to open that up, and that will basically give us the details and scope of Luis Serra Navarro. Age 28, gender male. Sierra's name first appears publicly in a university student registry. No prior records have been discovered, including his birth certificate. After graduating from the university, he was employed by Umbrella's research division, where he became a rising star who won favor among his peers. He was also involved in the development of several common over-the-counter drugs, all of which were discontinued before ever reaching the market. I'm pretty sure, what do you want to bet? It would be kind of ironic if one of them was like from Resident Evil 3, Safsprin, Aquacure, or Adravil. If you don't know what I mean, play the Resident Evil 3 OG version and get to the sales office. A few years later, Sierra resigned from Umbrella and could not be located. After the Raccoon City incident, efforts were made by law enforcement and the government to track down anyone with links to Umbrella, but despite conducting an extensive search, they were unable to find him. I don't see I mean, maybe I could see the point of that if they're going after executives, but he was just an egghead. What possible measure of circumstantial evidence or importance would an egghead have in his position, if any? Not too sure about that. Considering how well he evaded them, we are almost certain Sierra went to great lengths to disappear. In Huntigan's handwriting, common over-the-counter drugs. Do you seriously think that Umbrella would let one of their best work on some antacid or beauty cream? Well, that's the point, isn't it? So, needless to say, we got what we need. We're going to make our way out now. The front door of the village chief's house. And a sudden attention.
You too, huh?
Poor beastie. Let's get him out of here.
Take care of yourself, buddy.
Good dog. Now, we could go back to the factory and see about if there's any other targets, but I'm not really interested in that at present, so we're going to keep moving. We're going to keep the small key handy as well, because we're going to need that to open the village's desk drawer that was locked when we first arrived at the village. So make your way through the door here, and then through this cave to the village. Large resources, but we don't have any gunpowder, so we're not going to be able to make anything with it at present. I smell a trap coming, or an ambush. Either or, it's not good. Now, in first playthroughs, you do not have another crow sitting here, but in the first playthrough, you'll have a crow land. But in second playthroughs, you'll have another crow laying there waiting for you. So you'll get opportunity to get 2 crows at a time. So we're going to go ahead and drop that crow, and he will give us gunpowder. Now, if you're really a good shot, you could shoot maybe one or two of these crows if they take off. I unfortunately am not, so we're not going to worry about where they intend that shooting them. But we're going to have the key now, so we can gain access to this area here, or not. Come here, Pooch. So once we've taken care of the dog ambush attack that essentially just transpired, we took advantage of the opportunity when one of them got stuck in a bear trap. So that is one good instance where it did its job. Unfortunately, it didn't do it the way they hoped it would. We will have a few villagers lying in wait for an ambush. So here is one hiding inside this house. Shoot her through the window. We will have another one lying in wait on the other side by this collapsed tower. Drop him.
All right.
Then we're going to head inside here and use this key. Get this drawer open. Now, a lot of your paths here will be obscured and blocked. This path here essentially will be blocked. This path now will also be blocked. Ironically, if you play the professional difficulty or the veteran difficulty, and the Chainsaw Man is pursuing you still, he will essentially destroy this, swinging his chainsaw, not only blocking your path to escape past him, but essentially providing you a new access point to get to the second floor. So obviously that is, not really a path we can take at present, but we can revisit that location and essentially take advantage of that newfound path to further stay alive when we are engaging the villagers in the harder difficulty, because you will have a much more lengthier fight with the difficulty being increased. Protracting and prolonging that fight with them means you have to stay alive that much longer, which on professional difficulty is really no small feat. Over here, we will have another villager here. That'll drop her. Now, we could very well go back to the farm and get this treasure, and I think that's exactly what we're going to do. So let's take advantage of that and go do that real quick. If we're lucky, there may be other opportunities for us to kill enemies in our path. You will not be able to revisit the path, though, leading to the house of Luis, because that entirely is going to be blocked off with a new composite of rubble from a detonation they've done. So we'll take advantage of this moment to get some easy treasure. And maybe, if there is any enemies here, take them down as well. Don't think we'll have to worry about that too much, though. So this is essentially what you're going to use. Oh, we can't do that. I thought I actually had the key. Okay, I was wrong. I thought that key. I must be thinking too far ahead. We didn't get the insignia. We didn't get the shrine key yet. I thought I had the shrine key. So disregard my fuck up. Completely. Bleh. I wasn't thinking. So ignore my little detour here. This was kind of a stupid path, and I shouldn't have taken it. But yeah, we're gonna head on back, and we're gonna continue on. So basically, you're just gonna go up and around this new path here, and jump off the roof. And instead of going through the door there, we're going to go around. Mind the trap here with the bear trap there. More dead cows. Feel bad. I mean, I wouldn't exactly trust these guys with any major produce or agriculture jobs for sure. Rifle ammo, gunpowder, and 300 piastres. And then over here, resources, gunpowder, and more ammo. So we're going to go ahead and get... we'll make a TMP ammo. Because we're going to be getting a TMP here pretty soon. And then you're going to basically make your way through this garbage pile, little dump underneath, and find your way up here. Obviously, she didn't drop nothing. That's really bizarre. Not sure why she didn't. But he will drop 300 piastres, get low, and then slip in here. Take down this little witch here. And then with the insignia key in our possession, we're going to go ahead and open the church door. This is essentially the very same door that the enemies took when they abandoned us when the church bell rang in Chapter 1. Bust the box, have your knife at the ready, and kill the Viper. This is a very important part of a quest line coming up. More resources here. Very good. Great. Large resources. In here, another little cage hanging from the ceiling, which will provide us a velvet blue. And then here we have another chapter and verse. Illuminados chapter 4 verse 9. Sleep well and flourish, dear child. As your body grows, your mothers shall sew new small clothes. At 7 quintal of wheat and half a bull a day, you have outgrown your pen. Flourish, dear child, for the sake of your brothers and sisters who cannot. And this is the first intricate symbolism of the El Gigante boss we will fight much later in the game. Not to say the least, it is definitely a rather frightful visage to see something that big. I mean, you look at that and you think about, oh my goodness, you think about legends like Cyclops and giants and you know, and God knows what else. In here you'll find some gunpowder, and then also another creepy little painting for this saddler guy. I mean, I could just see all the villagers sitting here and just like sermonizing or reverencing this asshole. Over here inside this drawer, more shotgun shells. Inside this little small case, a first aid spray. Go ahead and send the first aid spray to your storage, because we're not going to need that for a hot minute. And I think that is going to be it. We're going to head on through here now. Find a note here. Merchant tip, the prudent choice. Sick of constantly running out of ammo? Well, have I got a treat for you. The bolt thrower is something else, mate. Its bolts can be retrieved and reused, so you can keep shooting forever. Also, don't forget to buy the bolt recipe to turn your extra knives into, well, bolts. Never worry about ammo again. And that's not all. You can affix the bolts with attachable mines. Proximity explosives to quickly turn the weapon into a powerful mine thrower. I really do like in the remake how they repurposed this weapon. In the sense they've given us a stealth style based weapon, and they've given us the perks of not really dismissing the bolt thrower as a weapon at all. So in a way, they've taken one of the most underprivileged and underutilized weapons in Resident Evil 4 OG as a weapon as a whole in terms of the entire arsenal, and they've made it one of the most intricate, unorthodox, but very badass weapons around. Shoot an enemy to see them explode instantly on the surface. see them explode instantly or at a surface to set a proximity mine. You'll lose the bolt, but it'll be worth it. I really like how they did that. That was very smart. 300 PS is there.
I have something I think you like.
Some pièces and gunpowder. And then here we have a new challenge, the Viper Hunter. A dear friend of mine is gravely ill, and I'd very much like to treat them to some delicious vipers before they pass. Is there a snake charmer willing to lend a hand? Request sell 3 vipers. None specified area, but there's only a certain number of places you can find vipers, but you'll find plenty of them in the upcoming areas. Reward 4 spinel and progress 3.
Welcome. Got some rare things
So,
on sale, stranger.
Now, bringing up
What you see is what
the
I
sale, we can essentially now purchase the bolt thrower at present for 20% off. This is the only time you'll get the bolt thrower at a good sale, so we're going to take advantage of it and get it. Oh, what else am I going to do? Let me take a look at the sales again. We're also going to buy that case there, 712, because that's not going to be sale related, but we'll get it for the sake of it. So go ahead and buy that.
A bit more space never hurt anyone. Perfect. Not only will you need cash, but you'll need guts to buy that weapon. Well then, what can I do you for?
Then we're going to sell a few treasures in the form of the pearl pendant, the vintage compass, the velvet blue, one of the vipers.
I knew you were a go-getter.
And that will basically provide us with this measure of influence. We'll put the bolt thrower in our left inventory space at present, and then we're also going to make some handgun ammo.
Anytime.
Now, I think I want to repair my knife too.
Welcome. What can I interest you in? Good as new.
We're also going to use these upgrade repair tickets. Now, you can purchase these on the PlayStation Store with microtransactions. I know people aren't crazy for that, but I have 15 I've purchased, so we're going to take advantage of that. Now, what does they do? Well, basically, as you can see, if you pay 60,000 piastres, you can get the maximum speed attack increased up to 1.5 times. So, by using a ticket, we bypass the payment. You can also get tickets from the merchant for 30 and 40 spindles a piece. That doesn't just extend to the knife. Each weapon has its unique thing in terms of where it's available. So here we have critical hit chance by 5 times. Here we have increased power by 2 times. Increased power by 2 times. So you and then increase ammo capacity by 2. So we're definitely going to take advantage of this one here. We're going to increase this. So use the exclusive upgrade ticket? Yes.
So that's your move. You're an artist.
And we're going to go ahead and increase the 5% chance for the handgun.
You've got an eye for this,
man. And the knife as well.
So that's your move. You're an artist. Anything else I can help you with?
We're going to sell the brown egg.
Well, I can certainly do something with this. Pleasant.
And that will basically put us in position for whatever we decide to do going forward.
Welcome.
We're not going to buy the TMP quite just yet. We will eventually, because we're not at the location where I want to use the most of it. So what we are going to do, though, is head into the forest. So here up ahead of us, we have a bird's nest. I'm shooting it from this distance because I don't want to announce my presence to the enemies ahead of me. There will be a few of them. So we got 3 rifle bullets there. And then heading into here, we will have a few things, like namely this crow here in front of us. Dropped him.
church. I made it.
What do you want? What? Go on. Come on. Get. Not yet. Now, once we drop those 2 crows there, we will see a village enemy here. Drop that one. No! Now get out of here! Now! Jesus. Cat is so freaking stuck on stupid. So we got the bolts there. And we're going to take advantage and drop this enemy here. And then we're going to slip around into this cabin here. We're doing it quietly because there's an enemy inside this cabin. I don't want to give myself away to him. Instant knife kill. So there are no more enemies in this area. Resources, a kitchen knife, and then here, handgun bullets. Smash the crate here for some easy money. And then up ahead on the post leading to the church, shoot the bird. That'll be another one. Another bird's nest here. An egg. And then up in the tree above us somewhere. Just gotta find it. I have a hard time seeing. Where are you? There you are. Another lantern with a treasure. Shoot it. And we got an emerald. So now we'll take our leave and head up. First thing we'll do is grab the bolts that were like the merchant said. We can get these back, so you can pretty much acquire all of them again and take advantage and get them all back. So we'll go ahead and grab them all. And then we're going to basically we'll make more bolts in the future, not now though. And in that case, head on through the gate, and we'll have a cutscene of us reaching the church gate.
Damn it. Condor 1 to roost. The church is sealed up.
And Baby Eagle?
Negative. Nothing yet. But they sure do have this place locked up tight.
I see. I can think of one reason they'd want to do so.
Oh, she's here. That's for sure. I'll find a way in. Condor 1, out.
So you're essentially going to need to find a insignia to essentially open this door now. It is obviously not going to be here or anywhere near here, so we have to keep looking. So we're going to head into here, over here, grab the red gemstone ring inside this treasure trove here, and then we're going to make our way around. This door is going to be laced down, but it's locked on the other side, so we can't go that way. We'll go ahead and make some TMP ammo. Easy money. Heading further into the back, we will have another challenge called Grave Robber. Those traitorous twins should not be allowed to rest in peace for joining that evil cult. Won't someone, anyone, destroy the emblems engraved upon their tombstones? Request. Destroy the tombstone emblems, area of the church, reward spindle, 2. There's only 2 of them, so we can easily do that right now. Grab the elegant headdress from here, as well as the flash grenade. So before we head into this door here, which will take us into there, leading forward, we're going to head down here back to the graveyard below us and smash those 2 gravestones. This will give us 2 spindle, which we can use and get ourselves that much closer to getting our much needed laser sight. And that is going to be these 2 right here.
Okay.
A quick knife swipe and that'll destroy them. So once we get back to this point here, we're going to head into this door right here on the left. And then we will find a picture of Ashley unconscious. And it says, keep her locked in the church until the appointed time. Over here, another locked desk drawer. We need a small key to open it. And then here we have a map. Lakeside View map. A pest. Some of the letters are obscured, but I'm paraphrasing what it probably says. A pest from the outside has come for the girl. Lock her in the church and await orders from your lord. Until then, keep the church door shut. The key will be held in the cave on the other side of the lake. The monster will deal with the foolish intruder. So we obviously have the location here, educating us on where that key treasure item is. So
Lake.
this is where we are,
More surprises.
and this is where it's going to take us through. The lake here, Del Lago, is pretty much the monster in question. And then there will be a dock with a cave leading to the key item. Opening the trapdoor and dropping down is where we want to go next. And then before we go left, we're going to go right and unlock that damn door. Have your rifle handy for this next segment. The lake is in this direction. There will be villagers along the path up ahead, so we'll take our time navigating them because some of them will have Molotovs and other ones will have throwing weapons. Come get it, boy. I'm not sure. Did I take damage from that? Inside here, you'll find some gunpowder ammo, and then also another Viper. Kill it before it strikes.
Out of the way.
I'm not gonna heal myself over a little. I can't believe I took damage from that. I was in cover, so I don't know how I took damage from that. 3 gunpowders and grenade. If you see enemies approaching, double back and retreat to the safe distance here. And then we're going to try to get as many of them tight put together at this location. Obviously that stupid girl played too much with fire, and now she's basically just burned herself. That's what happens when you play with fire, baby girl. Shame on you. Knife kill. Didn't drop anything. Must be a bug. I don't know why he didn't drop anything. Usually they always drop something. In any case, we got what we needed. We're gonna head on through. Over here, you'll find the barrel around the corner. Grab it. 300 piastres. And then we're gonna basically just make our way out here. And then make our way around here. Now here you'll have a crate on the left. Money. 100 piastres plus 1,000. And then this big fucking hammer right here. Obviously, we know this is a reference to the El Gigante again. So we have a new challenge from the merchant. Essentially, this is going to be destroy the blue medallions level 2. Is there anyone who wants to destroy those? Is there anyone who can destroy those blue medallions? The area is polluted by their presence, and I can't bear it. Quest destroy all the blue medallions, the quarry, and the fish farm. Reward spindle by 4, progress by 5. So there's going to be 1 in the quarry, or 2. I think maybe 2. There's going to be 1 at the dock leading to the fish farm, and then there's probably going to be like 3 or 2 there. 3 at the fish farm. So you pretty much have 1 in the quarry here, 1 at the dock, and then probably the remaining 3 at the fish farm. Obviously, we can hear there's crows. So have yourself ready. We have killed the 2 dogs that were here, as well as the innumerable number of crows here as well. Normally I would use flash grenades, but I actually was only short 1 flash grenade, so we're definitely going to make the measure of making this work. But we got them, so. Heading over here, you will find there is crates, little cabins that we can't get into as of yet. We will get into them later. But here, above us will be another treasure lantern and a ruby inside it, and then there will be our first red blue medallion popped. Over here will be a crate. You can hear the El Gigante Sleeping Beauty inside there. Now we will make our way down here. Another shrine here that we cannot access as of yet. But over here, some small resources. 2 crates here. Spindle and some money. And then 1 crate up here inside this closed off space. And just gunpowder. And we are effectively in the next area with the merchant yet again. Merchant tip, get cash back. Instead of letting your unused guns collect dust, why not sell them and spend the extra cash to upgrade a weapon you do use? When you sell a weapon you tuned up, you'll get almost all the expenses you put into it back. There's no catch, mate. We're just rooting for you. So you can actually do this if you get the charm from the shooting range of, I think it's Luis. You can actually get a 20% increase in your weapon resale. So you can actually get more money for selling your weapons back, providing whichever ones you want to keep are relevant to you keeping them.
There are enough weapons here to get a party going.
Now the thing we're going to do is go over here and grab this little chess piece, this little hexagonal piece for a puzzle. There's 3 pieces. This is hexagonal piece A. You need to find piece B and piece C. We'll find them later on. But before we get into the shooting range, I fucking hate that fucking thing. We're going to go down here and grab a few things. So now here, 300 PS is inside this barrel. And then over here, another 200. And then it goes without saying over here, you'll have another desk drawer, which will be locked with a small key. We will find one later on. We can't get to it right now. Head back up the ladder. And then make your way into... Well, first,
Nice work.
let's sell a few things. Elegant headdress, the red ring, the blue velvet, the viper,
Do you much good in the grave?
and maybe one of the kitchen knives.
I knew you were a go-getter.
And we still need 4 more spindles to get the laser sight.
How have we procured these curiosities?
Repair your knife,
Good luck to you, stranger.
and then we're also going to tune up our rifle.
This kind of work is about finesse, stranger. Little bit goes a got a selection. Come back anytime.
So let's head down here. And we're going to do the first arc of the shooting range, which will incorporate the use of the handgun and the SR rifle.
This is your first time having a go in target practice. There's only one rule. Shoot the targets as they pop up. Simple enough, am I right?
Sure.
If you do well, I'll make it worth your while. Knickknacks and whatnot. Anyway, have fun, mate.
So here you basically will get the target practice rules. Destroy the pirates and shoot the high score. Weapons and ammo are unlimited. It's all free. Earn tokens based on the score for a chance to win magnificent prizes. Prizes exchange your tokens for charms at a token machine. They're full of treasure that can be found nowhere else. Tips and tricks. You can destroy several targets at once by shooting a nearby dynamite to set off an explosion. Be careful, shooting a sailor will deduct points from your score. 3. Some targets cannot be destroyed with one shot. Shoot as many shots as it takes until they break. If certain conditions are met, bonus targets will be added. However, these conditions will change from game to game. Again, I reiterate, I am not a fan of the shooting range. I think it's fucking horrible. I have never fully completed even the most generically the very, very last one. I've never gotten perfect. So it's a very hard shooting range, but I'm going to do my best. So here we go.
Targets don't just stick around forever, eh? Don't let the small fry distract you from the big fish.
So here we have 3,000 for 1 silver, 5,000 for another silver, 7,000 for gold. For every 1,000 additional on top of them, we get another silver token. And then for getting the skulls, which is bonus, we'll get a maximum of a gold one. So we're going to try to do this first time around and see what we get. A fully upgraded handgun. All right, here we go. Got it. So I got 9,000, so I got 4 silver coins and 2 gold. I'm going to try again, see if I can do it even better, because there was a few instances where I wasted time. Reload it. Damn it, didn't get it. Nope. Very frustrating. I'm gonna try again. My perfectionism drives me crazy. But I really wish you had the laser sight, because this iron sight shit, I mean, and you know, and the sad thing is the hitbox is way too wide, so you ultimately run the risk of hitting everything except the fucking target that you want to hit. So it's a very discombobulating system. I'm not a fan of it. I think it's a travel travesty. Ooh! Let's go. Now that was my better. That was definitely one of my better days. I've never got. If you can get 3 stars, that you can't push it any further than that. That's perfect. So 3 stars is the target, because you can get the maximum measure of that in that capacity. Now the bonus conditions for the bonus round to happen for the first 1A challenge, you have to destroy all pirates. If you miss even one pirate, you don't get the bonus stage. The bonus stage is basically that disco show that you just saw. So getting all the pirates is pivotal for the first one. So 1B is basically going to use the SR1 rifle. Now this I can really work with more, and I really like this more because I just feel it's just more my speed. Accuracy is my strong point, but speed is not. Hence why I hate the fucking time limit, because I hate timers. I've always hated timers, not just in games but in life. I feel that there's there's a measure of pressure there that is just fucking so aggravating, and something I can absolutely want to be rid of in that capacity. So we're gonna go ahead and get started.
3, 2, 1, begin. Double kill.
It's important you get the skulls, because they are going to be pivotal to getting that bonus that you need. Remember, the rifle has penetrating power, so you can get multiple targets in a row if you can get them. Like that.
Very good. Superb shot.
This one's going to be a fast one. And that'll be that. Now, let's get these skull ones. Ah! Missed the skull. I got all the targets except the skull. That's the only one I missed. Like an asshole. I want to run it again.
2, 1, begin. Beautiful. You're an artist, mate. Superb shot. Reload. Double kill. Very good. Brilliant.
Come on, boy.
You've been waiting for it. A flood of targets. Superb shot. Beautiful. You're an artist, mate. Beautiful.
I didn't get all of them, but I got 8,000, so that's 3 stars too. So that's perfect. Same thing with the first one, destroy all pirates and you get the bonus stage. Now, this is a little bit more challenging. It requires you to utilize both your handgun and your SR1 rifle. So you're going to have other challenges like this as well, incorporating multi-uses of different firearms. That's why the last one is not my favorite, because it really incorporates you use 4 firearms. Too much going on, too manic, too busy, whatever you want to have it. It's basically what I call it, and I'm just not a fan of it. So we're going to try to do this one now. Handgun is at the top, not the front, so. Want to be careful with your shots there. You don't want to hit a sailor. Reload both your weapons as fast as possible. And have them at the ready. Your rifle's going to be the first one you're going to have lined up. Followed by the rifle. Handgun, I mean. Sorry, not rifle. Focus your shot. Get them both. Switch to your handgun. Wait for them to turn. You miss. That's what happens. If you miss you, that's what happens. That's why I don't like the turning ones. Fucking ridiculous. I mean, you've already got the things pretty much going, like lightning fast. What possible reason would you want to have it moving, like, even faster with spinning? I mean... So have your rifle ready, center down the line. Handgun. All right, there we go. Ah! Fucking bastard. That was terrible. That was fucking terrible. But that's why I don't like speed. I don't like going fast. I hate it. I can't fucking focus with speed because I'm worried about the fucking timer too much. See, now I'm fucking frazzled. I think it's kind of stupid that we should have a limited case of munition for the rifle, considering we're, you know, the other one you got a little bit more, but in this particular instance, it kind of shortchanges us. You give us a maximum powered handgun. Now, you suddenly want to change that? I don't know. Maybe that's just me. There we go. That's better. A lot better. I bet you that's 3 stars right there. Bang. Perfect. So now, what do we do with these tokens? Well, I'm going to show you. Over here, you got this token machine over here. It looks like the kind of shit you used to do back in the 90s. Little gumball machines. So basically, you want to use these to basically get whatever you get. Now, silver tokens will get you an exchange prize, but gold coins, gold tokens will get you an even increased chance of getting rare prizes. I don't really see a difference, so I just use all my blues and then I go straight for my golds. So let's see what we can get with our blues. You can mix it up, do blue, gold, blue, gold, blue, gold, blue, 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 gold, or gold, gold, blue. It doesn't really matter. In this case, we got a common one, Isabel charm, 30% health recovery for vipers. So if we eat a viper, we'll get 30% health recovery for that. We'll use a gold one this time. And we got Dr. Salvador, common, 20% rifle ammo craft bonus frequency. Now, bear in mind, these will only work if you have them on your attaché case of your weapon case. So you can only hold 3 of these at a time. I would have liked to have had 6, 3 over here, 3 over here, but we didn't get that privilege. So try again. See what else we get. Soldier with a stun rod, common, 15% bolt craft bonus frequency. Don Esteban, 15% shotgun shell craft bonus frequency. Don Diego, 15% rifle ammo craft bonus frequency. See, I don't get that. That's so stupid. How are you going to give us one for Dr. Salvador, which is 20%, and then give us this one, which is 5% less rewarding? What's the point of that? I mean, what purpose does it serve to have that at that point? Soldier with dynamite, 30% attachable Minecraft bonus frequency. And for the last one, let's hope it's a good one. So here we have a Zealot with a scythe, common, 20% submachine gun ammo craft bonus frequency. So that is going to conclude that segment, so we're not going to need to really worry about that. So we're going to move on.
Welcome. Ooh, what you buying?
So we're gonna sell that, and we're gonna basically move forward with. Oh, we don't have enough of that yet. So we're gonna move on. And this will bring us to another little exploit that I discovered, which will be handy. So coming outside here, we will be overlooking the lake that we need to cross. In the distance, we can see that is Salazar Castle, which we'll be exploring. And then over here,
Looks like there's something
the
over
dock
there.
leading to where we have to find that key for the church. But in the center, the villagers dumping the last remaining body of the officer that essentially we left behind in the basement.
Fuck.
What the hell was that?
So once we have that sequence play out, we're going to see all these barrels in the lake, and we're going to actually be able to shoot them from up here and get some easy money. So this is going to be an instance where we're going to take advantage of it. Now, typically, we wouldn't be able to do this when we were doing the Del Lago boss fight. It would be too hard. But here, we're safe away from the Del Lago, so we can get 1,000. Another 1,000. We're kind of wasting some shots here, but it's worth it. I think that's just a regular barrel. You want to shoot the barrels with a yellow X on them. That is what we want. Another silver barrel, rusted barrel there. Looks like another rusted barrel there, but there we got one. There we got one. There we got one. And then I think we got a couple more. Just gotta see about down there. Shoot my shot. Really? I think that is gonna be... There's one. Not sure about that one out there. It looks like it is one, but I can't tell from this distance. The fog is very deceptive. It looks like there's a yellow X on it, but then when you zoom in, it looks like it looks like another rusted barrel. So it's kind of weird. I'm not really sure what's going on there, but okay. So with that being said, we now have just enough to buy a TMP. So let's go back to the merchant and get that TMP.
Welcome. Well then, what can I do you? Oh, you cut through the crowd with that right there.
And we'll put that in place with the shotgun over here.
Don't get yourself killed now.
And we're going to go ahead and leave the bolt thrower behind, and then we're going to basically just have ourselves at the ready with the rest of our hardware. We have everything we possibly need in this capacity. That'll be the second medallion underneath the dock. So that'll take care of that. Over here, smash 2 barrels. And we'll grab the velvet blue and the gunpowder. Inside here, find some piestas And then over here, some more piestas. Then over here is essentially where we're going to use those little hexagonal pieces. This is what's going to be important. We're going to find these 2 other pieces at other points in the lake, but we will find them. Inside here, 2 barrels, rifle ammo, and money, and then a yellow herb, followed by a kitchen knife. Go ahead and put the red and yellow herb together. And then over here, we're going to have a note on here saying, when low on bolt fuel, the bolt fuel is stored within the generator fuel inside the processing building at the fish farm. Take only what you need. So obviously when we go back down here to use the boat, we will find that the boat is essentially out of fuel. How the hell they got this thing back to the dock and it's out of fuel, I will never know, but it doesn't really exactly explain it very clearly.
Come on. Fill the tank when you're done.
So clearly Leon doesn't like that when people use the car, they don't fill the tank. We pretty much know that is a pet peeve of his. So let's go ahead and make our way forward and through. Down below us, you'll see a villager. We'll shoot her. The water, the access point here will essentially be very weak. So we'll grab the bass lake here. There's some bass, there's some spikers in the water. We'll take advantage and get them all. Wait for him, the ugly asshole here, to come around there. And then we're going to sneak up and stab him. And easy work for us. We also saw a viper over here. We're going to take advantage of that and get him. Now, this will get a little bit sketchy here because of the fact that we have such limited space. So we're going to use the most of our shotgun shells in this particular play, and then we're going to dump it because we're going to need the space for the vast number of vipers and bass we'll be finding in this area. Taking a brief period to look closely for any fish. You see bubbling and you usually think there's a fish there, and it's like it's not. You gotta look on the surface. Which is why I'm going real slow to look for any indications of it. And a few targets. Fucking asshole. Motherfucker. I swear to God. Alright, you guys are getting on my goddamn nerves.
Here you go.
Come on! Gee, oh my god. Now mind your fucking business, bitch. Pain in the fucking ass you guys are. I'm getting pelted by this one, then I'm getting pelted by that one, then I'm getting pelted by this one, then I'm getting double pelted by that one. It's like I'm getting knocked around like a goddamn ping pong ball machine. Little asshole. So once you've dispatched the majority of the enemies in the area, we have gotten rid of the shotgun, at least for the time being, because we need the space. So we're going to take advantage of this measure to basically get a little bit more in the way accomplished in that. Bear with me just a moment. Now let's see if we can find some damn fish. I was trying to get that damn crow. That's essentially what I was trying to do. But of course, atypical for, the TMP, which is part of the reason why I don't like the TMP's hitbox, is it really fucking just has a very wide hitbox. I mean, it's weird how it works because it essentially makes it feel like this. But then it's like hitbox is fucking like this huge oval section area like shit, and it's like so fucking annoying. So I can't really bring my head to grasp, why. But I don't know. It's very perplexing. So we're gonna basically find our way down and around here a little bit. So we've got a few opportunities here where we probably could find some fish. I'm just looking around real quick. There's a target over here. I think I already got it. No, I didn't. There it is. There's another blue medallion taken care of. As you recall, the challenge signified for the quarry and the fish farm. This is probably where we'll find the other 3 proportionate measures of the fish farm enemies. So there's another fish that we got, so that's good. I'll take it. Taking a moment to really watch any other possible targets. Go ahead and disable these because we're not going to really need them anymore at this point. You can use them as a means of defending yourself, but essentially that's really all that it really will pretty much be used for, is getting rid of some enemies that you could very easily get rid of yourself without any problems. Another viper there. More fish there. Up here, there'll be some TMP ammo. And I think that is going to be pretty close to all of everything we need to find, almost just about. Take a look at your map if you're not sure. Okay, so there is one more blue medallion that we need to get. There's another viper down there below us. Going up on land now. Inside here, you'll find a small key. This is great for the fact that you'll be going back to the merchant, and you can use this to open up the item in question with the desk drawer by the dock. Over here will be the last medallion, and that'll be 5.
That's all of them.
And then here will be hexagon piece B. And now that we pretty much have done that, we can make our way into the fuel dump area, which will basically hold the fuel in question that we have. A chicken egg on the counter, silver token in the lantern that we just shot down, and there's the boat fuel.
This is what I'm talking about.
And then don't forget the crate here as you enter the room. That'll be 300 piastres in it. Bear in mind also, as a reminder, that all the treasures or whatever items are inside the boxes are completely random. So you may get ammo one, and you may get money the next if you rerun it. So just bear that in mind, that no thing is fixed. Some 200 piastres here, and then we're going to make our way over and around to grab the other 500 piastres, disable this explosive here so we don't trip it, and then I think we're going to have the barrel here that we're going to drop down and grab. As we are doing all this, we will have enemies entering the area, so get down low and get your grenade ready. For whatever reason, it landed on top of the damn windmill. Not sure why that is. Oh, you motherfucker. Alright. At least I got to use the yellow and red herb there. And then I use the egg I just used to heal. Come on. Oh. There you go, sweetheart. How do you like them apples? Now we'll go up here and grab whatever these guys dropped. Handgun ammo. I guess I kind of wasted the freaking grenades, because I mean, ultimately I thought they would have killed them, but I guess I didn't get them completely. All because this damn thing was up in the way, which I should have rethought that and not thrown it, but it is what it is. Let's get back to the business. Heading up this ladder here, there'll be a drum over here. Go ahead and smash it. and you'll get 400 piastres. Now, let's make our way back, sell those bass and those vipers, and then we'll complete the second challenge on top of the existing challenge with the 5 medallions as well.
Took care of it. Well, look at you.
So there's the 5
Got a
medallions.
selection of good
Sell the
things
antique
on
pipe,
sale,
the velvet blue,
soldier.
the vipers,
Ruby's all
the
right,
kitchen
makes
knife,
no difference.
and the bass.
Well, this is what I'm talking about.
And that will give us our laser sight finally.
Oh, I knew you'd
And
choose
a
that
yellow
one.
herb.
Anything else I can help you with?
We're going to repair our knife.
That the care it deserves, mate.
And let's go ahead and improve our handgun.
See how that feels, mate. Fella like yourself should notice the difference right away. Come back anytime.
And now we'll combine that with our handgun. Now, the cool thing about the laser sight, when you get it, you can actually equip this with your SR, your S, as it says there in the description. Stupid, it's right there on the screen. You can equip this with your SG-9R, the Punisher, and the Sentinel 9. You cannot equip this with the Blacktail. You cannot equip this with the Red 9. So you have to use really what this is essentially only compatible with the weapons in question that you have available to you at that time. So bear that in mind as you go about the measure of equipping it for any other weapons you potentially may want to equip it with, and you cannot. That's the reason why. We'll go ahead and make some handgun ammo and some rifle ammo and then some more handgun ammo. And that will basically complete that. Now let's get our shotgun out of there. In here, you'll find all those little charms that you essentially have unlocked from the shooting range in here as well, so you can equip these at your leisure. And since we pretty much are here, let's go ahead and do that. In this particular instance, I think we're going to equip... We'll go ahead and equip the rifle ammo with Dr. Salvador. So when we craft rifle ammo, we'll essentially get more bang from our rifle with this particular prize. And then, oh, forgot the shotgun. Kind of need that, don't we?
Oh, nothing but the finest ways.
So once you pretty much are in... Oh, wait a minute. Before we even think about going out there, let's use that small key that we got earlier, because we didn't use that yet. Let's go ahead and use that. We may have a treasure that we can use to upgrade our handgun on its 3rd level bar. So let's go ahead and do that. Grab the brass pocket watch inside. Now we'll sell that, and we'll upgrade our handgun to the next level of power that is afforded to it.
Welcome. What can I interest you in? A deal well struck.
And there we have it.
Try that on for
A fully upgraded handgun.
Don't get yourself killed.
Kind of stretched it to the max with terms of our available money, but that's okay because we actually got a little bit more comfort for the future going forward. So we're going to head on out and get into the boat. Now, there will be other opportunities out on the lake to essentially explore getting some more money from barrels if we see them. We can hit them with a spear, but I would not risk it unless you absolutely are sure you can hit the mark. So go ahead and use the oil, the gas, put that in the tank for the boat, and then basically get yourself situated in that regard. Before we get in the boat, though, let's head over here and put this last hexagonal piece inside this puzzle altar, or treasure we'll be getting in the next chapter. We need one more piece, and we'll get that later from one of the neighboring caves here on the lake. And here we go. And here we go with Del Lago boss fight. Now, as you might know, the Del Lago boss fight is pretty much unavoidable. You cannot skip it. You have to beat it. He will essentially drag you around the lake, and you will be having to protect yourself from his potential attacks as he tries to smash your ship, your boat, into every manner of obstacles on the way. So you're essentially going to want to take shots at him with your little harpoon style weaponry, essentially trying to take him down like he's the white whale and you're Ahab. He'll sometimes submerge, making it impossible for you to get a shot on him, and there'll be other instances where you essentially cannot hit him at all because he's jumping around too much. So
Think you can swallow me whole, huh?
now this is the first part. Now essentially he'll start submerging and diving quite frequently. You may have enough time to get off 2, if not 1 harpoon, and that's if you miss. So try not to miss, like I just did. There's 1. Avoid if he launches out of the water, because that's a huge amount of damage you can take if he plows into your boat. Where's Chris when you need him? He seems to excel at killing big monsters. If you don't know what I mean, you'll see in the future games I play coming up. So that will complete that segment. Now here comes the next bit. He's starting to launch himself out of the water and dive.
Where'd you go? Tough son of a bitch.
Now he's going to start leaping out of the water. Which, if you're good with your accuracy and predicting where he's going to jump, you can hit him right in the water. You can hit him right in the air. Just like that. And that will conclude that particular playthrough. That boss fight will be finished. And with the defeat of Del Lago, Leon essentially has passed out, having the exhaustion take him as the embryo is, the Plaga has essentially birthed, I guess you could say. I was sorry, I'm a bit distracted by someone's foolishness. So right away, we're going to take a look and see that Chapter 2, we got 79.2%, 50 kills, 6 hits. That time we got 11 hits, which that was probably the worst part yet. 61% accuracy, so we have definitely diminished considerably between segments there. So, but the good thing is we got through 3 chapters in 3 hours and 34 minutes. So we're going to actually end the stream there. and pretty much pick up for it the next time where we left off. So very happy with that. I'm very pleased and essentially pretty much excited for what we can do in the next overall playthrough. So I hope you guys liked it so far. It's been very productive. I want to bring up this thing here real quick and make a note of it because I think it's going to be really prevalent in the scope of it to come. So the next thing we can purchase that will go on sale, Chapter 4, will be the attachable mines recipe for the mine thrower. And that will probably be the next big thing that we can purchase right up to that point, largely because of the simple fact of it's going to be roughly 20% off. So we'll definitely take advantage of that when we have the measure. So looking forward to it. But that's all I got for you guys right now. Thank you very much for tuning in. Terribly sorry we're running this all over again, but I definitely wanted to make this right with the fact of with the being pointed out by Shadow. So I'm very grateful for him and for what is in his feedback in that regard. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much again, Shadow. You're an awesome guy. And thank you very much for everybody tuning in and checking out this new expanse of gameplay. Thank you again. I say that a lot. Anyway, it is midnight, 12:35, and that is going to be it for now. So like, subscribe, turn the notification bell on in the future to stay up to date when I stream again in the future. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, tips, confusions, or lore that you wish to share, feel free to leave them in the comment section or send me a private message and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you very much again. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I am going to hit the sack and get some much needed sleep. Thank you again, and I hope you guys are all doing it very well. And a special shout out to Shadow. Special shout out to Stephanie, sweetie. I'm looking at you. I'm very pleased that you are checking out the stream. And also, I want to give my best wishes and prayers to the people of Canada going through the wildfires at this present time. A few of my peoples are up there. I've been in touch with them. They're doing okay, and I hope everybody else is doing okay as well. Hang in there. The worst is hopefully over for you guys. And that's all I've got. So I am going to be getting off here, and I appreciate everyone's time and energy. And I will catch you guys back here next time with the continuing live stream coverage of this wondrous game. The OG version was great, but the remake is even better, I feel. So, but you have to respect the classics to appreciate the remakes. So, I am Savage Squishy 86, and I will catch you guys back here next time with our continuing live stream playthrough of Resident Evil 4, the remake. And I will see you guys next time.